Greetings. So, I've been asked by my colleagues to go ahead and create an instructional video for how to use some of these special effects I did in my sample model of the Google Chrome Slides assignment for orientation. And I hate long introductions on videos, so without further ado, let's get started. On my first slide here, you'll notice that after I've uploaded my photograph, I've put some text at the top, and I've made that text look kind of fancy by giving it a shadow. So let's just go through the steps. So to upload the photo, you just go over here to Insert, Image, and upload from your computer, or you can search the web if you want to get some public domain photo that's already copyright free. Of course, for our presentations, I encourage as much as possible for you to use your own personal photos because it is about you, this presentation you're making. One thing you may wonder is how do you get the computer to have the photo on it? You may actually have to email the photo to your Chromebook. You might have to email it to your Google account, and then when you get on your Chromebook, open your email and then get your photo that way. But one of us can show you how to do that if necessary. Now, as far as the text, if you want to give it a special format, you'll see over here I've got this format options column here. Now the way you get that is you go to Format on your menu, click on it and go to Format Options. And you'll see several different things you could do. One of them is drop shadow. And I think that looks really cool. And you can make the shadow behind your letters at different angles. So if you highlight that, you can make it have different transparency or angle, however you want. Select those over here. Okay, so that's how we do the drop shadow. And you can also pick the color of the shadow too. Like maybe I want to make it kind of a pinkish shadow. I could change that to make it a pink color. But I'm going to stick with kind of a gray color there. Maybe make it a little bit more solid back there. And maybe I want to make the angle a little bit more intense. I could do that. You can change the angle where you want it. All right, play with that. Have some fun with that drop shadow, and it'll make your letters stand out. You'll also notice that I chose white. I just felt that looked good against the blue. The chief goal with writing in your slides is to pick a text font and a color that's going to make it stand out from your background. You pick the text color by clicking on this A up here. You can see here I selected white. Second slide. Here I've got a picture of me playing music with some text over it. Now the goal is you don't want to have your text difficult to see, so what I did here is I used an effect called ghosting to make my background photo kind of gray, so it's really easy to read my text. Now the way you do this, again, click on your photo, go to Format, Format Options, and then go to Adjustments. And you'll see one of your choices here is transparency, and I've got it very transparent. That makes it kind of filmy, kind of like a ghost. If I took that off, notice the picture is very solid, makes it very difficult to read the text. Now this is the way a lot of previous students have submitted their slides to us, and I hate this because I have old eyes and this text is now very, very difficult to read. So if you're putting text on top of a photo, consider making your photo kind of transparent in the background. Also, to make sure it's behind the writing, you go up to Arrange, where I'm pointing here, and you can change the order. You can bring the picture to the back, to the front, whatever you want to do. So in this case, my picture, I'm going to click on that. My picture should be in the back. And as you can see, those are grayed out because that is where it in fact is right now. And I want it to stay in the back. Now, another question that's been given to me is, how do you create this link embedded into your text in a way that's graceful like this without just putting the link itself clumsily on the page. Because if you click on this link, it'll bring up my YouTube video. And it's going to want to turn on here. There it is. So that plays the video when you click on that. What most students in the past have done is they've just taken this link and pasted it onto their slide. A better way is you take the link, copy it either with your mouse or by using Control-C, and then go back into your text and pick the word you want to highlight as your link. So here's a recording. So maybe I want to make the word recording my link. And then, so I've highlighted that. Then I go up next to the text choices, pick something that looks like a little piece of chain link and click that. And then right click to paste your link in there, or you could just do Control V. And then now I've got that word as a link. Okay, I already have that linked here, so I'm going to remove that, but now you see how I've done it. So again, you go up to the link tool to insert the link and make it one of your words that's in there. Okay, next slide. So here I used some images to show some of my hobbies. And if you play the slideshow, it kind of loads these images in kind of a cool way. It says, click your mouse to see some pictures. And if you click it, all of a sudden these pictures start dropping in there in kind of a fun way. And this makes my slideshow kind of interactive so that the viewer actually gets to participate in how the images flow into the slide. So let me show you a little bit about how to create that animation. So what you do is, I'll go back to my first slide, which is way back here, and you go to Insert. Let me get rid of this. You go to Insert, Animation. Click on that, and it brings up the motion menu over here. And you can see in this menu here, I have animated each of these pictures to come in order. Okay, so if you want to bring in another picture, that's the way to do it. So let's just demonstrate this with a new slide here. So here I've got a fresh slide, and let's say I'm going to insert some pictures. So let me just pull some in from my computer here, just to kind of demonstrate. Here's a champ, and make that a little smaller. And let's bring in another picture. How about a gnome puking into the toilet? That's always kind of fun. A gnome puking. So let's put him in there. And let's just, for good measure, put another one. How about a picture of my dog? I'll put her in there as well. So first thing is, decide the order you want to be in your slides. So maybe I want the champion guy to be first. So you click on that, then go to the Add Animation, hit the little plus, and you can have it fade in on the click, or you can have it fly in from the left or from the right. You can have it zoom in. You can have it appear. I have it appear on however you want to do it. Maybe I'll have it come up from the bottom. Okay. So there he is. Now, you can have also change the speed at which he's going to come in. So I'll have him come in a little bit slower. Now let's go to this next slide, which will be the gnome puking. And then we highlight that and go to the Add Animation. I'm going to have him just come in on the click. And then the last one will be my dog, and she's going to come in and take the whole, let's have her take the whole screen, and we'll have her come in that order. If you make a mistake, just use this trash can to delete the animation. All right, so now let's take a little trial and see how that goes. So I'm going to click the first time, champion comes up. Second time, the gnome puking shows up. Third time, my dog. That's how it's done. Okay, again, that's insert animation to get that menu. One last effect that may interest you when you're placing photographs in your slideshow is you might want to make them show up a little bit at an angle, just so it kind of makes it look a little bit playful. So to do that, click on the image, right, and then go to Format, Format Options, and then you go to Size and Rotation, and if you scroll down, it'll say Rotate, and you can change the angle there. It kind of makes it kind of a fun little angle you can do to have it going there at kind of a informal look to your slideshow. So again, go to Format, open the caret for the size and rotation, and go down to the Rotate Angle choice. And you can change that with these arrows. All right. Okay, so you also have to insert a link to a Google document on one of your slides. I've done that here on this slide here with the word here. And let me show you how that's done. First of all, you can see that if you click on that link, it brings up my resume. And you might want to use your resume to link to your document. But basically, to create the link, it's very simple. You're going to use the same process you did to create the YouTube link we did a couple slides ago. So just go up to your Google search window, highlight the link, Control V to copy it. Excuse me, no, Control C to copy it. Or you can just right click on your mouse and copy it that way as well. And then you just pick the word that you want to make into your link. Let's suppose I want to use the word resume, be the link to my resume. So I'm going to highlight it, highlight that word with your mouse. Just click your mouse and drag it over the word, and it'll highlight it. Okay. Here I added this something, so we're just going to highlight that. Then you go up to the little chain tool that's to the right of your text samples. Looks like a little piece of chain. Click on that and just paste in that link there, and it'll put the link onto that word, just like we did before, and there it is. So again, just use that link tool, highlight your text that you want to link to, click that link to, and then paste it in. For my last slide, I linked to a website, which if you click on it right here, you can see the link is this part in blue. Brings up a web page, which is something you have to do. Again, it's the same basic process. Just simply click on the website, Control C, copy it, and paste it onto some words that you highlight. Oops, go back a slide here. You want to paste that into some words that you highlight. And whatever those words are, just go to your chain tool here, your link tool, and paste that into that link. And you will get your link into that slide. Now for my last slide, I did something kind of funny. I put a GIF on here. And I just thought I wanted a GIF of a teacher looking relaxed, or a teacher winking, I guess is what I looked for. So to do that, I just went up to my Google search and I put man winking GIF. And then you go on the images and you can find and see if there's a picture of a man winking you want to use. And that's where I found that picture I used. So you want to make sure you find something appropriate. But here's a guy winking apparently. So if you find one that you like, you can save the image. I'm going to put that onto my desktop or downloads. Let's put it on my downloads. and then you can insert it. Okay, so here you are with your slide. Go to Insert Image, Upload from Computer, and it was a download. So there he is right there, and there's my Giphy. All right, that's the end of the tips. I hope this has been helpful, and have a good day. Let me know if there's anything I can do to further help you.